try the right side here. He'll have a first down past the 40. There he goes, right side. Touchdown. Gale Sayers, 72 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. From the shotgun, it's Young. Dancing to his left. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Well, I guess the opening drive touchdown wasn't enough. They wanted 2 instead of 1 on top of that.
Well, this team is obviously going for the crusher. All right, they don't want to mess around with just kicking the standard extra point and kind of letting you off the hook for giving up the touchdown. Now they want to really rub your face in it and say, guess what? We're going to be doing this all game long.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 78 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Young on third down. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And a huge play that time. 61 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
61, match box, right.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Gale Sayers with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Young. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the two-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see. And he's into the clear. The 20. Touchdown. Donald Driver, 75 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
That appeared like any routine NFL quarterback, but it was Michael Vick from the pocket, throws a touchdown pass. I just think about the transformation throughout his career. from Atlanta, where he would take off and go at just about the drop of a hat and turn defenses into mush. And then by the end of his career in Philadelphia, where he completed passes like we just saw from the pocket, yet still had those great legs. When necessary, they help get him out of trouble.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Go now. 50, play. Go. Get it.
They'll try and run for it with Sayers. Room here to run. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Gale Sayers doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And his guys have taken the lead. So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They are a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to slow them down, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Vick. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. Vick now into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chip Bennett. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Donald Driver, the intended receiver.
70, Indy. Look at me. Go, be Griffin.
They run with Sayers, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A run, this is Sayers. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Hey, Wood.
To throw is Young. On 3rd down, steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Young with it, 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And he will have a touchdown.
Yeah, I I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. For the genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my friend good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just enough.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Ball mains, all I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll. And we are underway in Foxborough. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, ready? 15, line it. 15 line.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now a handoff looking right. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And to give this time to the tailback. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. I guess if you're going to run for it on 3rd down, not a bad idea to get behind your Hall of Fame left tackle there, Anthony Munoz.
He was so good, it was like a guard and a tackle was in the same body. You know, it was almost like they had an extra blocker at the line of scrimmage. Phenomenal player and really prepped it well at USC, but they ran those power sweeps behind him in a big way.
The Hall of Famer Kevin Green in on the stop. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about that one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On 2nd down, it's Jackson.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. 15 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Out of the gun, it's Young. being chased out left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And this will not be a good return. He's out of bounds at the...
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And, Charles, we've got 2 teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
First carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down.
Every time I watch LT blow up plays just like that one, I think of one quote. You can run, but you can't hide.
He won a record 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards back in his day. He was also the league MVP in 1986.
One of 2 defensive players who won the MVP award in the NFL. The second one, Alan Page with the Minnesota Vikings, the linchpin of their Purple People Eaters defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Donald Driver, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Look at me. Go. Get. Here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That 2nd down play nets a -4. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hard. Spud.
Young working out of the gun. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play, Young to Moss. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Bravo.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ty Law.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And touchdown! Christian Okoye taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that one's hard to believe. Not something you see every day. A very long run for the big guy.
Normally we see his counterpart, right? The scat back, the guy with the so-called speed. But we saw a little bit of everything there, didn't we? The big, powerful man with the football. He can also stretch it out a little bit in the open field.
Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. The Hall of Famer Ty Law coming up from the secondary to make the tackle. Now a handoff here to his running back. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches.
Go! 60 out more. Hey, Sam off. 2.
Now a handoff looking right.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Hey, exit.
Young on first down. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. 3rd and long for Young. Forced out to his left. Caught by his running back, Sayers. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Young. That one complete to Okoye. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Young looks to throw on first down. He'll dump this to Bo. It's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. 4th down, Young. Here as he's taken down. John Randall dropping the hammer. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward?
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in for the touchdown. Christian Okoye with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And I want to give the big guys some credit because he deserves it, but where was the defense there? Because he's not a burner.
I think they fooled him big time by handing him the football. It's not normal for him to touch it very often on a running play. I think the defense was just ill-prepared for that eventuality.
Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, Young. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Now Young loses the football. It's stripped. It's going the other way. And he's got room.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On second down now, it's Jackson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Luck now to throw. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Check 9. And ready?
Off the play fake, Young. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! A big play there. 59 yards. as they are now on the board here in the first half. From the gun, Steve Young escaping the pressure right. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check three.
A shotgun snap for Love. He'll find Driver here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now a first down throw. Luck. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. With that incompletion, let's take a quick peek ahead to Week 9. Some of the intriguing games. First off, one that you're calling. How about the red-hot Vikings at the Chiefs? That's going to be fun.
That's going to be a blast. And I made a prediction last week that if the Chiefs lost to the Packers at home, if there was any way possible Patrick Mahomes would play against Minnesota, they're going to try their best to have him ready for that when they need him. Hard to believe the Chiefs have lost 3 in a row at home.
How about the Sunday night game, too? Patriots-Ravens.
Yeah, that's going to be a heck of a ball game because the Patriots defense, historical proportions is what we're seeing from them. But here comes Lamar Jackson with his elusiveness at quarterback. That's going to be a blast to see how they game plan for his legs.
Bears and Eagles, those teams need that win.
Yeah, the Eagles got a huge one last week, going to Buffalo and winning against a stout defense. The Bears, once again, missing a field goal. That rears its ugly head. The Bears absolutely, positively have to have this one.
And then lastly, the game of the week, Jets-Dolphins.
Yeah, someone's got to win that one, right? And if I were the Jets, I'd be very concerned about this one. I think this is the one the Dolphins circled on their calendar, circled on their schedule. This is the one the Dolphins may very well go get.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's...
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Hey, Alpha.
After the sack on first down, Young. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And they work this out past the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Okay, time for a league-wide tangent. Let's look at the divisions. I want you to hand out a bronze, silver, and gold medal for what you think are the top 3 divisions.
Okay, let's start with the AFC South because it's extremely competitive. I'm not sure who the best team is. I suspect Indianapolis, but everyone is within striking distance, and everyone you can make a case could win that division. Then I think we go for the silver, the NFC North. At one point this season, every one of their teams was above 500. Chicago's fallen off the pace a little bit. Detroit has as well. But Minnesota, Green Bay, that's going to be a heck of a fight to the finish. And finally, the best division to me, the NFC West. Okay, who's going to win it? Right now, it looks like San Francisco. They're still undefeated, of course, and they're playing great defense. Seattle, very much in the fight. And, of course, the L.A. Rams seem to be getting their groove back. And guess what? Arizona, they're not as miserable as we thought.
Yeah, they're 3-4. The AFC South, though, that's the interesting one because you're right. Nobody is below 500, but nobody has more than 5 wins. They are all, as you said, stacked right there together. To throw on third down. Young. Over the middle, complete. It's Holt. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
Single, protein spill. Switch, Leo, go. Snap.
They'll throw again. Young. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on fourth down, may as well make them punt it. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down.
Go. Hey, Steve 6.
Now Young throwing on fourth down. Flush to his right. This is caught inside the 15. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. You don't want none. Pick up the ball. Hey, Haywood. Mike 5-4. Yes. Hey.
On play action, Young. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They run on first down with Jackson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Check. Motion out of the backfield. Crown. Hey, Echo. Mike's 50.
From the gun, here's Love. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by the Hall of Famer Mel Blount. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, Charles, switching gears on a bit of a sad note. On Tuesday, October 22nd, Willie Brown passed away. Willie Brown, 16 seasons in the NFL. First 4 for the Broncos, and then the final 12 as an Oakland Raider.
And just think about his career. Hall of Fame 1984, 9-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro. And let's face it, the lasting image we'll have of him as a player, that interception for Fran Tarkenton in the Super Bowl. The old man, Willie Brown, taking it all the way back, 75 yards against the Vikings for a touchdown. The Raiders won Super Bowl 11. I had the pleasure of getting to know Willie Brown over the years. And when I tried out for the Dallas Cowboys, we scrimmaged the Raiders at one point. And Willie Brown came over to me and had some nice things to say to me, which was really pretty cool coming from a man of his stature and a man of his ability. And I'll treasure those nice words forever.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. From the shotgun, it's Young. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Jackson. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. And they rattle off a big one. 41 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Portis. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's Portis. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. Trying to get 1 more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Back now at Lambeau. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Stenerud's kick is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Exit.
The play fake. Now Young. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Play action now. Here's Steve Young. Steps away to his left. Got a man. It's Randy Moss. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Young off the play fake. Being chased out left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action. Young. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to you.
And he will score. It's a touchdown. Steve Young, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys have taken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
X3, 218, chop.
Out of the gun, it's Young. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 2-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they got 2 for 2.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Check out. Wide, 9 man. And watch the lane.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Luck. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 4th down, Love forced out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a 1st after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run again with Jackson. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A carry for the fullback. It's Corey Schlesinger. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a carry here for their fullback. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Luck now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
On second down, this is Jackson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Michael Strahan there to make the tackle.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Check out. 240. Monday.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it all rests now on the Hall of Famer Jan Stenerud. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the Hall of Famer Jan Stenerud. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.